I don't know about you, but I don't know about... What were you saying?
I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. Stand up. That's the only way we know how to rock.
Close the door. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 19 of the Movie ReBrew podcast. I'm your host, Keegan Holland, and with me is my co-host, Mike Jennison.
How's it going, everyone?
Can't hear a response. I'm going to let that one sit there for a while. It's going to be a rapid fire one. I'm leaving for Florida in a little bit, so let's just get right into it. No beer this week, but the beer we were going to pair it with was the Fatheads Flower Child. Just quick thoughts.
Yeah, Sessions IPA tastes very IPA-y.
There you go.
Favorite word to describe beer. But yeah, it just tastes like a normal IPA. It's only a 4.5, so 4.5%. That's what Sessions means. It's below 5%, so it's fine. If you want a Sessions IPA, I don't really enjoy them.
It looks really cool, though.
Pretty ass can. He's a hippie in it.
Yeah.
If I want to drink an IPA, I want to drink something stronger.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Cool. All right, let's get to the news.
Now here's Evan Baxter. What to do?
Good evening. I'm Will McAvoy.
And I'm Evan Baxter, and here's what's making news.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
So I'm doing two pieces of news this week. First one being Jon Favreau is on board to write and executive produce a Star Wars show. Thoughts?
I'm happy that he's the guy behind it. There's too many things coming out, though. This is like the third TV show they have announced. A couple trilogies they're working on.
Is this not the one? I'm not sure which one is this. The one that's going to be on their streaming service? This might be the one. Yeah, I think that's it.
I'm sure you're right. So, yeah, good that they got Favreau.
Yeah, he can basically do no wrong in our eyes. We love him. Yeah, I'm excited that he's on board.
Yeah, it's a big honor for him, too. I'm sure he's pumped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disney loves him. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. We'll see what happens there.
I was always nervous with the Star Wars live action TV stuff they're going to do. I always thought it'd be ABC level garbage, but with a big name like that, you think it's going to be something bigger, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's going to be probably, 8 episodes a season, tons of money, so
yeah.
That's good. That's promising. It probably won't come out for a while, though, so I'm sure we'll get more details over the couple of years. So, yeah, I'll hold judgment till then. But yeah, Favreau's the right guy to do it.
The first trailer for Disney's live-action Christopher Robin movie dropped. 2 words for you. Ewan McGregor. 2 more words. Haley Atwell. 3 more words. Winnie the Pooh. 5 more words. Disney live-action film. 2018.
That kind of sums it up. The trailer was awesome.
It's really good, yeah. How do you feel about Pooh? Some people were turned off by how he looked.
I think it was a perfect representation of Pooh. I wanted the older, kind of raggier one.
Looks good, yeah. It looks like a real-life teddy bear. They're not doing, cartoon, big yellow. Yeah.
I was terrified of the concept for the live-action Winnie the Pooh. I thought they were going to make them look like real, bears and
Paddington?
And stuff. Yeah, sure. No, but... And I've heard of this movie was coming out this year, but I had no excitement. But that minute trailer just got me hooked, and I'm looking forward to August 5th.
Yeah, something like that. This is what these things should be. Not remaking Beauty and the Beast, Jungle Book worked because it was a new story, but Mulan's going to be the exact same, I'm sure. Lion King, I don't even know why they're doing that. But this is an original story with that was an animated character. I think this is the way to go. Yeah,
I don't want reshoots, but if you're expanding on the world, sweet. It would have been very cool. They were originally talking about the live action of Beauty and the Beast, but it was going to be a prequel to how the Beast became the Beast.
Oh.
But then...
See, do stuff like that. I'm not interested in that story at all, but that's what they should be doing. Expanding on these stories, not just retelling them.
Yeah, but it's all about that money. So the reshoots make more money, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they think. That's what I agree. But
yeah, and they're reshoots, so remakes.
Yeah,
Remake.
reshoot, not the right word. Yeah, but yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It feels like it's gonna be a lot of Toy Story 3. Like a guy, maybe not even Toy Story 3. It's a bad thing because Toy Story 3 is about a guy giving up his childhood. This is a kid going back to his childhood.
Toy Story 3 is about that on like a surface level or like a very few. Like, Andy's only in it for like 3 minutes,
Yeah.
so it's not really about Andy giving up, like letting go of his childhood.
So you're telling me I'm just wrong?
Well, yeah, I think you are wrong.
I think I'm wrong too.
But I mean, it's framed in that, like the story's framed in that way, but it's not really about that. But this looks more like what you said, or
So
what you think Toy Story 3 is about.
So I'm interested.
Yeah, I love Winnie the Pooh
I love Winnie the Pooh too.
so much.
Can everyone see Winnie the Pooh, or is it a figment of his imagination? That's
I
what
assume a figment of his imagination.
I assume a figment of his imagination too. I hope they go that route. I think they have to.
I can see it. It looks like he has a little daughter. Maybe she'll see him too, or something. Like little Polar Express with the bell.
Dynamite reference, Keith.
Dynamite.
But yeah, I think it'll be something like that. There's a lot of ways you can take this, and I'm very excited.
Haley Atwell is super attractive, so I'm in. Oscars recap. I think it's safe to say this is one of the worst ceremonies in a long time.
Really bad ceremony. I like Kimmel. I was happy they brought him back.
Kimmel was very funny last year.
Yeah.
And man, he missed on just about everything he did.
There's not one thing I look back and, like, I'm happy Kimmel did.
The jet ski had a great payoff, but every time it was brought up, like before, was miserable. It was being tacked on to speeches that, like, actually made them longer instead of shorter. Yeah, I don't know. The theater joke took forever to develop and just was not funny or interesting at all.
Yeah, Kimmel was making jokes about making this quicker, and then he has a 20-minute theater joke that has no payoff. They were feeding the people in the theater like they were caged animals.
Yeah. They were shooting hot dogs at people.
Yeah. It was a wrinkle in time, so it was shameless advertising for ABC.
Yeah.
That rubbed me the wrong way. They're getting way too far away from the movies.
Yes, and every year they joke how long they are. Everyone wants them to be shorter. Make them 2 hours. Like, that would be absolutely perfect.
Well, make it 3. It says 3 on the DVD.
Yeah, or stick to 3.
Get it to 3. 3 shouldn't be hard. There's 22 awards.
Even like when they usually go long, I'm usually like still kind of locked in. I did not care at all this year. It didn't help that everything was fucking chalk. Every Best Picture it was pretty much guaranteed. Actress, actor, knew both, and they've won everything already. Supporting. I mean, I've never seen them not win. I don't think in this lead up.
No, yeah, this was the chalkiest year. The only thing that was interesting was Best Picture. That's the only thing that I was kind of holding my breath.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I think, yeah, it was either Shape of Water or Three Billboards.
Or Get Out.
You think so, and other people thought so too. I don't know. I don't think there's any chance.
That's fine.
But there were good moments. Seeing Deakins win was my highlight.
Well, yeah. Let's go through the highlights. Let's start with Best Picture. I think we're both cool with Shape winning.
Yeah.
When it comes to Three Billboards or Shape,
Very happy.
we all want
Shape.
Shape. Yep. We want Shape. It's another indie winning Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
It happens almost every year now.
Yeah.
By indie, I mean a movie with a budget below $20 million. People were saying this is the first sci-fi movie to win Best Picture. Do you consider...
No.
It's fantasy. Fantasy romance.
Yeah.
So, not sci-fi, but people are calling it sci-fi. Probably the best moment of the night was Deakins winning.
Finally, yeah.
You can have the floor here on this.
After 13 nominations, I mean, look at that dude's body of work. He should have won numerous times before this, but thank God. There was a moment right before he won. I was like, oh, shit, he's not going to win. I don't know why I had that thought, because, I mean, he's won, like, everything so far. But, yeah, I was very nervous just for a second, but, yeah, very happy he brought it home.
He was very cute up there.
Very cute up there, rubbing his hair, very British. Yeah, the dude's just the man.
Yeah. Did you see any of the engravings? at like the thing afterwards?
I saw a couple, yeah.
I retweeted the Shape of Water composer. He was drinking champagne and whistling the theme. The most Italian thing I've ever seen.
So good.
He's the best. How about Baby Driver giving out the 2 sound awards
and not winning either? Isaac Gonzalez, yeah.
And not winning either.
That was an odd choice. Jordan Peele winning original screenplay was huge. I'm trying to think of other like notable moments.
We brought this up last pod, how Best Original Screenplay means a lot, and how if you look at Best Original Screenplay compared to Best Picture, the Best Original Screenplay is usually ages better. I just wanted to bring some movies up. So, the second ever Best Original Screenplay went to Citizen Kane. It lost Best Picture to How Green Was My Valley. And no one talks about that movie. And then and these are just more recent Oscars. In 1994, Pulp Fiction won Best Screenplay, lost to Forrest Gump. Next year, Usual Suspect wins Screenplay, lose to Braveheart. Fargo wins Screenplay, lose to The English Patient. Good Will Hunting wins Screenplay, Titanic wins Best Picture. Almost Famous wins Screenplay, Gladiator wins Best Picture. Lost in Translation wins Screenplay, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King wins Best Picture.
Let's go!
Eternal Sunshine loses $1 Million Baby. Milk loses to Slumdog Millionaire. Django loses to Argo. Her loses to 12 Years a Slave. And now this year, Get Out loses to Shape of Water.
So some of those are close, I think, in quality. But yeah, there's some of it. It's like, what the hell is it doing?
And those are just over the last 23 years. I gave like 12 pretty good examples. But yeah, those are close. But I don't know. Like Eternal Sunshine over $1 Million Baby. That's pretty blatant. Milk over Slumdog. I can't love Slumdog.
I love Slumdog. Yeah.
But yeah. Usual Suspects over Braveheart. Fargo over English Patient. Good Will Hunting over Titanic.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's definitely a trend there. Another big win for me was Blade Runner 1 visual effects. We both had Apes winning, but happy to see Blade Runner get some more love. Other than that, pretty much chalk. Rachel Shenton, who won for A Silent Child, is one of the hottest people on this planet. Just discovered her that night. Just incredible.
I introduced Keegan to her.
Yep. But yeah, other than that...
Well, people were saying that they shouldn't have everyone go up there and do their speeches. That's like my favorite part about the Oscars.
Yeah.
That it rewards everybody.
Yeah, but I don't like how... I mean, this kind of makes sense where they'll cut off a doc-animated speech, but they won't cut off, like, Frances McDormand. I get that, but, like...
That pisses me off.
I don't know if it was Oldman or GDT that just went on forever. I think it was GDT.
Probably GDT.
But, like, I wanted to hear him talk, but I was like, okay, this is so fucking long. Move it along, please.
And then you have the other Shape of Water producer who tries to say, like, 5 words.
Yeah, that was a flub, too. They cut off the other producers. They only let him talk. But, again, we were already at 17 hours on the ceremony, so I was good seeing it end. I don't know.
Brutal. I was so bored I saw the movies. I couldn't imagine if you didn't see them all.
Yeah. They need to fix that.
Yeah. Bad Oscars.
Yeah.
Good year movies, bad Oscars.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so now we'll get into our Annihilation review. Alright, Mike, so this is a smart, slow sci-fi movie.
Yes.
So that's why no one saw it. This movie's getting killed at the box office. This movie is only coming out in theaters in America. It should have been probably the reverse. Us dumb Americans get it on Netflix, and the smart Europeans get it in theaters. But it is what it is. I'm happy we saw it in theaters. I gave my thoughts last week. What did you think?
Well, you did a really good job of talking about the movie without spoiling it. Because it's hard to talk about this movie without really spoiling it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot here.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed it. Throughout this conversation, my rating could change a whole point. Negative and positive.
Yep.
But, yeah, it opened up a lot of interesting questions.
This movie is way more interested with asking questions than giving answers.
Yes.
It could be to a frustrating point for some people. I was totally cool with it.
Yeah. I was just reading the Wikipedia page after I saw it, and I saw Peter Travers had a beautiful quote. Garland need make no apologies for Annihilation. It's a bracing brain teaser with the courage of its own ambiguity.
Ambiguity.
You work out the answers in your own head, in your own time, in your own dreams, where the best sci-fi puzzles leave things. So, gives a lot to chew on.
Yeah, Girl doesn't treat us like idiots.
No.
He tells the audience, figure it out.
Oh,
I'm showing it, figure it out. Yeah, go ahead.
Jennifer Jason Leigh, very bad.
Yeah,
I don't know if because you brought it up to me, I don't know if I would have came to that conclusion, but her playing a psychologist is a total miscasting.
Yeah, and it's definitely like an actor's choice. Like, that's what she wanted to do, and we'll get to it in spoilers, I guess, but it might make sense with where her character ends up. But, yeah, just seeing it initially, like, what the hell is she doing? Like, what the fuck? like she's so wooden and, like, monotone, and it's like, oh my god.
Also,
she's, like, sleeping through this entire movie. So strange.
And if they didn't constantly keep telling me, she's a psychologist, I never would have got that from her. She doesn't say anything smart throughout the whole entire movie.
No. And you know what's funny? Is Wonder Woman is this big push for womankind, and people want representation, and, like, they want smart females, they want STEM represented. No one's talking about this movie. It's 5 women, all who are scientists, that are the leads of this movie. There's barely a guy in this movie. No one talks about it.
I know. It sucks.
What the hell? Like, this is what they want, and no, like,
I don't know. That's a good. You brought up a good point.
Movies are screwed. It's gonna. I mean,
I think this is more important for a female to see than Wonder Woman. Like, if you're a young girl,
I get, like, they want to be in the big. Like, they want representation in the big movies. Like, that's what people want. Like, they don't, like, the small stuff is just icing on the cake, but they want the big stuff. But, like, God, get behind this. Like, this is exactly what people are looking for.
Well, they say it's important to, like, see what your goals should be on screen. Your heroes.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be a superhero in this world.
Right.
I never feel inspired from a superhero movie because it doesn't seem tangible.
Yeah.
But when you see, like, a scientist, a person of color,
biologist, physicist, psychologist, paramedic, and then I can't remember the other one. Chemist? Was there a chemist on there?
I don't know.
I can't remember what the other person was. But yeah.
Super intelligent.
Yeah.
Badasses, too. They're shooting guns.
Yeah, they're really cool. Yeah.
Great characters.
God. The only other guys I can think of are Oscar Isaac, who's barely in it, and Benedict Wong, who's is in a suit, like a hazmat suit the entire time. This is totally female-driven, smart characters, badasses, nothing. I don't understand it.
That's hot take of the day.
Whatever.
But I agree.
Yeah.
Completely.
But just initial thoughts. We kind of already gave yours, but...
I super liked it.
Score. I mean, do you want to score it now or score it after the spoilers?
Okay, I'm going to give it an 8.
That's where I'm at, too.
Just a nice, solid 8. Yeah. I can go as high as an 8.5. I can go as low as a 7.5.
Yeah. I'm at 8, too. It's been a week, more than a week since I've seen it. I've thought about it a ton. But yeah, I'm going to stay at an 8. Maybe in, like, a long time I'll change my mind on that, but sticking with 8. Go see it. It's probably already out of theaters. I mean, like, it's made zero money.
It's a Gateway, but I think Gateway's just trying to support it.
Yeah, like, there's basically no way you can see this movie anymore. I don't know why we're doing the podcast on it, but if you can, it'll probably be on Netflix soon. But, like, just buy, like, a 4K 90-inch TV to watch this thing. Because, man, these visuals are unbelievable.
So I would recommend it to anyone who enjoys a good sci-fi.
Yes.
It's a... If you enjoy a sci-fi movie, you'll love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I also recommend...
if you just dropped acid, probably watch this one too. I think
it wouldn't hurt. Also, if you have a bio background, really cool.
Yeah.
Interesting questions brought up from biology. So, those are the 2 people I strongly recommend it to.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those, like, crazy, fucked up movies that give you a lot to think about. Mm-hmm. So, if you like those 2, go see it.
If you think you're interested, please go see it.
Yeah.
Please support it. Yeah. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Really liked it. Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, so, spoilers. Stop listening if you haven't seen it.
Oscar Isaac's gay. He's not gay.
So, we'll just start from the beginning, I guess.
There's so much to talk through in this movie, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll start from the beginning.
Okay, so they hint at two things really big time to start. One is cancer.
Yes.
Talked about a lot, and self-destruction. So she is a biologist, a professor at Johns Hopkins, and the first thing we hear is about cancer cells growing and mutating and stuff.
They call them internal cells. They'll keep reproducing forever.
Yeah. And then her husband, Oscar Isaac, gone for a year, mysteriously comes back. We don't know why he went. We don't know how. He doesn't remember anything, basically. He thinks he's been gone for like 4 months. It's been a year. And then he nearly dies. Suddenly.
But also cuts to her talking about her experience.
Yes. Did you like that?
I did. I love this timeline.
Yeah, me too.
It kept me on my toes.
Yeah, the way he's only 22 movies in, but the way he splits up movies is just like so cool. Like with Ava Session 1, Session 2, and and this is Shimmer, whatever the fuck else. Yeah.
But Ex Machina is a chronological order.
Right, it's in order. Yeah.
But yeah, it jumps around. This is a master screenplay.
Yeah, this is fantastic. So then he suddenly dies. A bunch of random people stop his ambulance. So it's government agents. So then she goes to the facility, and then she sees the Shimmer, big ass, alien-looking, weird
Bubble
thing.
blurry bubble.
Looks like if you blow a bubble, it's like it's kind of oily, and you see like the different colors stuff. That's what it looks like.
And it's cool because everything's like it's a field, and then once you get into there, it's like bright, beautiful colors,
and it's growing. And I love the line. It'll be right where we're sitting in a couple months. Yeah. Like this thing is just slowly taking over. Like, where is it? Oregon?
I have no idea.
California? I remember. It's like on the coast. Yeah.
But so right off the bat, I'm like tumor.
Yeah.
Easy.
Right. So.
I don't know if I was right or wrong.
It's basically like if Earth got cancer.
Yeah.
That's what I think this is.
I think to a certain extent. I think definitely it's an angle.
Right.
It
does. Yeah. Because there can be like 5 different possibilities. But yeah, first thing you get is this is if Earth has cancer, and that's shown even more when they go in. But yeah, so she volunteers to go in because you see that she cheated on her husband, so she feels like she owes it to him to try to help him to try to make him better.
But we don't know that right away. We find it out about 30 minutes later.
Right.
But I thought was really cool is that we find out Oscar Isaac went in there in the first place because he knew she cheated on him.
Yeah.
And he was probably so depressed from that he's like...
Right. Because it's so cool that these 5 women go in all for like reasons because they basically given up.
Yeah.
Tessa Thompson's like a heroin addict or some kind of addict.
She's depressed or something.
Yeah. The one lady lost her daughter and thus her husband because of the tragedy around it. Jennifer Jason has cancer. Again, cancer's brought up.
The other girl has no family.
Yeah, other girl has no family, and then Natalie Portman cheated on Oscar Isaac and is trying to make it up.
Feels guilty about Oscar Isaac.
So good motivations for all of them to go because no one has ever gone in and come back except for Oscar Isaac. So it's a suicide mission, basically.
How about the Crosby, Still, Nash song they keep coming back to?
Great.
Yeah. Also, score. Great.
Oh, the score is incredible.
I listened to it doing my test today.
Yeah.
Traditional sci-fi score, but then they bring this
guitar.
Arado
hated the guitar. I love the guitar.
I loved that.
Yeah.
And it went perfect with the Crosby, Still, Nash song they kept going back to too. Beautiful score.
The score is amazing.
It's gonna be tough to beat it this year.
Yeah. So one of the coolest parts is they walk into the Shimmer. Quick cut. It's them waking up.
And it's
been 4 days.
5 days or something. Yeah.
They wake up, and then Natalie Portman looks confused. You wonder why it's confused, and then you see everyone checking the food, and it's like, all right, looks like we've been here for 4 days. Because like time gets bent in here, light gets bent in here, and then it's revealed DNA gets bent in here, which is a sick idea. Because they get attacked by an alligator which has shark teeth, and I think Tessa Thompson says, "Did an alligator mate with a shark? Like what the hell?" And then because Natalie Portman's a biologist, she says that's not possible. This something's going on here.
Yeah. So basically, every organism's mutating with each other.
Yeah. There's plants and humans, animals, plants. Like DNA is not off limits. It's just going.
Yeah. It's like we don't know if it's through touch or through the air or what. Yeah. But the deer with the the white deers with
the flower antlers things.
Yeah.
The visuals are sick.
Ending. So yeah, first act, you're like, this is a sick world.
Yeah.
You're feeling pretty good. Natalie Portman kills the alligator, which is a great scene.
Tessa Thompson dodges death, and then the five push on to a military camp. I think, or is it high school? Well, that's where the military set up in a previous mission.
There was like a pool. I think it was a rec center.
Rec center, okay. But yeah, that's where Oscar Isaac's unit was initially. So then they see they were charting out watch guards and everything because so they're like, all right, this is probably what we should be doing then. And then they go to the pool. Well, first they see a video. There's a chip left of a video, and it's of Oscar Isaac's unit, and they're holding this dude down, and they just slowly start cutting open his stomach, and I was like, fuck this. Body horror Cronenberg shit. This is tough to watch. And then they open his, like a door, they open his stomach, and there's these massive, looking snake-looking organs just swirling, and it's it's the grossest thing in the world. And he just puts his hand in and just grabs it, or they're about to throw up. And
you can tell Oscar Isaac's a little off already right now.
Yeah, he's he's bug-eyed, and it's clear everyone's losing their mind already at this point. I mean, to the point where they're cutting open their comrade, basically. So yeah, and you're like, what the fuck? So then you start to realize, oh shit, it's happening to them too. So then they go to the pool where one of them was, and it's just this exploded body, but kind of beautiful because it's mixed with plants and shit and fungus, and his head is just like a skull at the top of it. Again, visuals, just amazing in this.
It's like this beautiful flower plant grew out of his sternum.
Yeah, and there's a hole, and it's just...
Like the skeletons mixed in, but you're right, it's beautiful.
It's oddly beautiful, yeah. But then everyone's totally freaked out by this.
Oh yeah.
So then they leave that place and go in a high watchtower because everyone's traumatized by what they've seen and they don't want it to happen to them, but of course you can't stop that once you're in. So then...
And they're still not quite sure...
Exactly what's happening.
What's happening.
Yeah. So then... Jennifer Jason Leigh watching... And Natalie Portman can't sleep, so then they start talking, and they bring up
why Oscar Isaac came in the first place.
Yeah, why people tend to come in the first place, and self-destruction. We're just bred to self-destruct, whether it be marriages she hints at, which is obviously Natalie Portman's scenario. She lists a couple other things which I can't remember. Oh, addiction, another form of self-destruction. So yeah, they're smashed in self-destruction.
Yeah.
And then a beast comes, grabs one of the ladies, and sucks her out.
Yeah. And they say it's a bear.
It's a bear.
You don't get a good view.
You don't get a great view at all.
But yeah.
Because it's pitch black, middle of the night. So then, one's gone, 4 left. Day comes, they move on. And they see traces of that woman.
Well, they want... Tessa Thompson and the paramedic want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Jason Leigh wants to keep moving on. Tessa Thompson and the paramedic know that she has cancer, and they know that she does not care about living.
Yeah.
So they're trying to convince Natalie Portman to come with them. Natalie Portman convinces them that going to the sea and then following the coast is the best way out.
Yeah. Which would have been the quickest way in. If that was the quickest way in, that's what they would have done. Yeah. So clearly you tell she's full of shit. But yeah.
Because Natalie Portman wants to push on too.
Yeah, because she owes it to her husband to find out why he's this way and why he's sick and everything. So yeah, she pushes on, and then they continue to find traces of their friend dead. They find the book bag I think.
They also find a foot.
Her foot. Yeah.
Her
boot.
Yeah. Was a foot in the boot?
I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell either.
Yeah, but Natalie Portman investigates and finds the woman dead.
Mangled
body. Yeah. So then she returns. Admits they're gone and that they're pushing forward, but then they see the 2 deer, and it again symbolizes the DNA mix and everything. It's a mother and a daughter deer. It's the lady lost her. It's the woman that lost her daughter. So this is them reuniting in the shimmer. So then,
oh wow,
yeah,
I didn't get that, but
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Also, 2 gorgeous deers.
Yes,
I've already brought that up, but they're
sweet,
gorgeous.
Yeah. And then we have to take it from here because do they go right to the lighthouse from here? Oh no!
They
They find another house.
There's a community. So
Yeah.
the plan is to stay in the community and then go to the lighthouse. They
Yeah.
have a 2-day journey ahead of them.
Yeah. And when they get to this community, there's like human-shaped plants, and it looks sick. But you're like, what the fuck is this? And then Natalie Portman realizes that what's the DNA called?
Hox genes?
Hox genes, which gives you which
Human
tells you
structure.
tells you where your shoulder should be and where your legs should be. That's mixing with plants, so they're growing with human bodies, basically.
She basically looks under a microscope and sees they match, and then she looks at her own blood, her own DNA, and she realizes that it's a match too.
Yeah.
So that's when they finally realize that in the Shimmer, everyone's basically mutating with each other.
Yeah. DNA refracting, and I mean it's such a cool idea.
The paramedics' fingerprints start moving.
Yeah. Yeah, and then this is when they know, like, all right, this is it. Like, we're not getting out of this.
So here brings up one of the first things that I don't know what to take from. The house they go into the village is Natalie Portman's house at the beginning of the movie.
So I think memories, because again, the daughter and the mom, I think memories are also somehow being refracted or put into the world as well. Because it's her house that they're in. Never brought up, which is ridiculous.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, she trusts the viewer to know that, to figure that out. So yeah, I think memories are being put in as well.
Okay. I wonder if they'll come back in. That's something to think about. But yeah.
I mean, there's been two examples so far. I don't know if it comes back.
Yeah, you're right. You have the the mom and the daughter deer. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't hate that. That's better than I have.
I think that's what it is. So this is the scariest thing I've seen in a movie in maybe ever, but for definitely a long time.
I was covering my face this whole time.
Yeah, so when everyone's sleeping, the paramedic starting to freak out, starting to lose her mind, starting to get what Oscar Isaac and his unit got. So she ties the three women to a chair, and she finds out that Oscar Isaac and Natalie Portman were married. Something that she's withheld from them this entire time.
By a locket on her chest.
Yeah. So she's calling her a liar, and like she's like basically gonna murder Natalie Portman, and if not, the other three as well, just to get out. But then this fucking bear.
No, she hears the scream.
Oh,
of the
yes.
mother that died.
Yeah.
Which is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, so you hear the scream, so she thinks, oh my god, our friend, our partner is out there, so she runs outside, and she just gets, like, owned. You just hear her getting, like, just destroyed, like, mauled by, like, a bear, so you think it's a bear. And then this thing walks in. 4 legs, looks like a size of a wild boar, but its face is, like, half exposed, where it's like a skull.
And it's like 3 mouths.
And then, so the 3 men are just sitting there with panic, and they don't move. And then the thing walks in between Tessa Thompson and Natalie Portman, and opens its mouth. And it doesn't roar. It's the screaming of the dead lady. Like, her final moments is what is coming out of this thing's mouth.
So we're led to
for
believe,
eternity.
Yeah. When she was getting eaten, her DNA mutated with this beast's DNA.
Yeah.
And the only part that's in this beast is her screaming.
Her dying, screaming last moments.
Like, that's fucked
It's
up.
so fucked up. And the thing just looks, like, so terrifying. And then, yeah, I'm like, clenching my butthole, like, leaning up in my chair, like, oh, God. Like, I was so tense the entire time. And then, so they can't move, but then the lady comes back in, all bloodied, and just starts lighting this thing up. Doesn't kill it. She dies from that thing.
She gets mauled.
Graphic. Yeah.
Literally rips her face off and they show it.
Yeah, but then... Oh, yeah. It's tough. But then... I'm going to have to take over. It breaks one of their... Natalie Portman's chair in the struggle.
Natalie Portman gets out somehow. I forget how. Her hands get free. And she undoes Tessa Thompson. And then the bear comes and knocks Natalie Portman over.
Yeah.
Gets in her face. And then Tessa Thompson shoots it dead.
Okay. Yeah. So, much like everyone in the audience, the women are traumatized by this experience.
Yeah.
So, the next morning, Jennifer Jason Leigh...
Immediately, Jennifer Jason Leigh leaves.
Okay.
She says she's becoming more plant than human.
Yeah.
So she says she's got to make it to the
lighthouse.
Okay,
so she takes off. Natalie Portman has to stop and stay. And then in the morning, Tessa Thompson's out in the garden on her knees. Natalie Portman walks out, talks to her, and you see plants growing from Tessa Thompson's cuts on her arms.
Yeah,
because she used to cut herself so she could feel something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they said she cuts herself just so she can feel something.
And
repeat what you said. And her veins start turning into veins.
And so she's talking, and you just see little buds sprout from her arms, and then she gets up, walks away, and then Natalie Portman goes to follow her, turns a corner, and she's just gone.
She turns into
one of those plant humanoid things that we saw earlier.
This is my favorite scene in the movie. It was a beautiful
so
scene.
Good, yeah. I mean, yeah, that just the visual of the plants growing out of her cuts and her veins and stuff was amazing.
And she seems so at peace.
Oh, she's totally content with what's about to happen. Yeah. Because so Jennifer Jason Leigh and Natalie Portman are still trying to fight off the changes, but she hands herself over to it, and then within an instant is gone. So yeah, that was beautiful. I love that scene a lot. So then, pretty much smash cut, right?
Smash cut to Natalie Portman
walking on the beach. Yep, you see crystallized figures from the sand, again mixing with DNA, and it grows into a crystal because sand is glass, and so you see these cool structures, and you see the lighthouse just sitting there by itself. And this is where it gets very 2001, very trippy, and questions are asked, and you don't get much. The scene itself is really cool looking.
Yeah.
So she walks in, she sees a camera, and it's Oscar Isaac in his final moments. He has a southern accent now because someone on his unit must have had a southern accent, and their DNA blended, so now he has a southern accent. What did you think about that? Were you confused?
The southern accent threw me off.
I was like, what the hell is that? But then I was it's one of his unit. Yeah.
It eventually came to me. They were there. That's all I want to say. They were there for longer, so that makes sense that it was doing different things to them.
Yeah.
Like he was gaining an accent.
Well, we also don't really know how long they were in there. Does Benedict Wong say how long they were in there? 4 months. 4 months. Okay. So it does say that. Yeah, and they were in for a year. So then you just see Oscar Isaac give this monologue, and you see another version of him walk from behind the camera.
Yeah. He basically says he doesn't know who he is anymore.
Yeah.
He thought he was Kane, his name, but now he's not sure. So he lights a phosphorus.
He says find Lena as well.
Oh yeah.
And his other one comes out from behind the camera, so you see, and it's the one with the slick back hair.
Yeah.
Which is who we saw to start the movie.
Yeah.
He's the one that comes back after the year and sees Lena.
Kind of emotionless, just form.
Lena is Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
I don't think we've said that yet.
Nope.
So then he lights a grenade, like a flash grenade, or
it's called a phosphorus bomb.
Phosphorus bomb, and explodes. So when Natalie Portman walks in, you see the skeleton flash bombed against the wall.
That was her husband.
That was her husband, yeah. And there's this big ass hole, looking like fungus and shit, but still again beautiful, in the middle or against the wall of the lighthouse. Natalie Portman goes down, and Jennifer Jason Leigh is down there, but her face is completely black. That was sick. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? So then, because the way the camera's showing it is Jennifer Jason Leigh is looking basically at the camera, but not really, but looking towards the camera, and her back is to Natalie Portman. So for all Natalie Portman knows is that this is Jennifer Jason Leigh's character. And then they get to talking, and again, I forget exactly what they say. Do you remember?
What do you mean?
No, Jennifer Jason Leigh brings up how she's giving herself over, right?
Oh yeah, basically her goal was to see what was in the lighthouse, and now that she got that, she was content.
Yeah,
something along those lines, and a good monologue.
Mm-hmm. So then she turns to glowy dust, and then this thing just forms this acid trip sun weird looking thing, and so Natalie Portman walks up. I mean, how would you describe it? It's like cosmic kind of, but like...
Yeah, she self-implodes,
Yeah.
which was something that was brought up the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Oh, when Natalie Portman was talking to Jefferson Lee earlier, Natalie Portman brought up that organisms, explode all the time.
Yeah.
There's something programming all our cells
To die.
To die.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So that foreshadowed this scene right here.
Yeah, so then she dies, and then this ball of just energy and light is just inverting on itself, and Natalie Portman stares at it, and then it turns into a mimic, like a
piece of blood, a drop of blood.
Gets
sucked out of Natalie Portman's face and
into
goes
this
into
portal vortex thing, and then like an oil spill and oil and water looking like that, like rainbow, like Mario 64.
Yeah.
That puddle looking thing in the basement. That colored thing comes out and freaks the fuck out of Natalie Portman. This is the alien that we assume is the alien that comes down to begin the movie that crashes into.
Now, was that an alien? It was just a...
It's just like a being. I don't know. It's like a being, but like...
See, I forgot that scene. I wasn't paying that close attention, unfortunately, that scene. It was just a beam, right? It was just
it's a beam of light that comes crashing in. But like... I think it's that thing, right? It had to, or something.
I just think it was an organism that caused all of this stuff.
Yeah, maybe not that shape, like a human shape in particular, but yeah. So it takes the shape of Natalie Portman, and Portman like shoots it, and like tries to get away from it, and runs back into the main lighthouse room, and this thing just follows her and does exactly what she does, tries to understand what she is, and I mean she knocks it out, but it's on accident. Like the mimic knocks out Natalie Portman on accident, and she wakes up, tries to escape. The thing runs after her and falls on her, and it's just like 10 minutes of them like doing this weird dance, basically, of it trying to figure out what the hell she is and why she does what she does, and and it's really fascinating because at the end of the movie she answers every question with "I don't know." Was it organic? I don't know. Was it an alien? I don't know. And it didn't come to destroy. It just tried to create stuff and match stuff and become. It's like a cancer. Its intrinsic thing isn't to kill. It's just to grow and kind of figure it out.
The movie starts out talking about evolution and how the world started with one single organism, and I kind of looked at this as this is a new one single organism, and just like in biology, stuff doesn't happen for a reason; it just happens.
Yeah.
And through natural selection, the desired traits show. So I just looked at this as just nature restarting and just all these genetic mutations.
Yeah.
And this was, in a way, Natalie Portman multiplying.
Yeah. And I love that it's not a villain.
No.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
It
Though
was
it does
cool.
hold her against the door.
Well, I think it's because it's right on top of it, and she leans in for the door, so it's leaning on top of her. Like it doesn't know it's prevented from doing anything. It's just that's just what it's doing.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, which is fair. You wouldn't think that it would be blocking her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess she runs to the door and then stops. So I guess you could say that it was just following her.
And also, it says like, "Did it attack you?" And she's like, "Only because I attacked it."
Yeah.
Like her first instinct was to kill this thing, and it was just like, "Oh shit!" So I need to fight back too. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because even when it's against the wall, it's not like grabbing its throat. It's just body weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
But regardless.
Yeah. So then it gets to the point where she grabs another flash grenade. They stare at each other. She lights it, and the mimic turns into her. So like, it's fully her now. You can't really tell which one's which except for the.
Now it's Natalie Portman.
Two Natalie Portmans. So she lights the grenade, hands it to the mimic, and then walks out. Mimic explodes, catches on fire, walks down into the dark basement part, like in the hole, and burns the entire place down. Smash cut.
Natalie Portman.
Portman in the investigation or in the interrogation room with Benedict Wong asking questions. This is when did it attack you? Yes, but only because I attacked it. What was it? I don't know. And then, so, do you think that is Natalie Portman, or do you think that's the mimic?
I think it's Natalie Portman.
Me too.
From what extent, how many mutations are with her still?
Yeah.
I don't think it's 100% Natalie Portman.
Right.
But part of it's Natalie Portman.
So why do you think she is able to kill it, but Isaac couldn't? Because I get that. I feel like it's, again, the self-destruction. She's passing on her self-destructive nature onto the mimic.
Okay.
And that's what it's grasping, and that's why it dies. That's what I got from it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Because
I just think that she outsmarted the thing. But
yeah, no, I didn't get that because
I mean, I'm sure there's a deeper.
Yeah, self-destruction is brought up a lot, and finally she's going in for Kane's sake, for Oscar Isaac's sake. So that's her handing that over because she cheated on him and shit. So she's giving that up.
Great lengths to do it.
But and then at the end you see Oscar Isaac and Natalie Portman reunite. He is the mimic.
Yeah, and he's aware he's the mimic.
Yeah, and does he ask again, "Are you Lena?" And she says no.
She goes, "You're not Kane" or something. He's like, "No." He's like, "Are you Lena?"
But she doesn't answer.
And she doesn't answer.
Yeah.
And they zoom in on his eyes, and they zoom in on her eyes.
Yeah. So I think so he's the mimic, but she has been there long enough where she has like the mimic's qualities, where now they can like breed and like create now.
Yeah.
Instead of like trying to be something else, like they can do their own thing. I think that's what it is.
I think that's what it is too.
Yeah. But I mean, again, it's 10 to 15 minutes of no dialogue and then just throwing shit at you, and you got to figure it out.
Yeah. There's a lot there. So, my biggest objection to this movie is what message are they trying to portray? Besides just a really cool sci-fi movie, is there any greater message?
I don't know.
Yeah, see...
I don't know.
Because, like, Blade Runner, it's so easy to relate it to us.
Right.
This, I had a tough time. It's really cool that, like, biology does these things.
Yeah.
So, like, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, because self-destruction is, like they said, like, just inherent with who we are, so you can't really get rid of it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it's ultimately about. I'm sure there'll be an answer eventually. Maybe Garland gets mad enough where he just gives us what the hell it's about, but...
Pulls a good old-fashioned, Mother.
Mother, yeah. I mean...
Who directed Mother? Fuck.
Aronofsky.
Yeah, good old-fashioned Aronofsky.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of questions are asked. I mean, all of our stuff is still speculation. Like, we could be dead wrong. I mean, I feel good about some of it, but a lot of it's like, it's just a total guess. But... unlike 2001, yeah, I enjoy. It's not a fun ride, but like it's really entertaining and interesting. Whereas 2001 is like you're watching apes mess around for like 20 minutes.
See, in 2001, I get everything.
I get it too. Yeah.
And like it doesn't. I don't know. That story's just not interesting enough to me,
right.
And I get everything.
Yeah. And
maybe if I was in '68 and I saw it in theaters, it would blow my mind.
Yeah.
The stuff that, because like the fact that there's people, the fact that there's organisms possibly living in a distant universe, I understand that.
Yeah.
I understood that concept when I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Maybe because Kubrick had such a big impact on the world that it's just engraved into our society now. So it's tough for me to judge 2001: Space Odyssey. I don't enjoy it that much. I really enjoyed this. And
yeah. I mean, I like 2001, but this is just way more entertaining. How long did you stay in the credits? Because the credits are just the trippiest looking thing in the world.
We stayed for about a couple minutes.
Yeah, me too. I was just mesmerized by it. It's really cool looking. But yeah, the visuals. I mean, the acting might be the weakest part of this movie.
Portman's really good.
Portman's good. Oscar Isaac doesn't have much to do.
But he's good.
He's fine. Jennifer Aniston's terrible.
There's not much acting though.
Yeah, I guess there's not. I don't know. This movie's just so interesting.
It is very interesting.
And I wish it did better, but unfortunately, it's not going to. You're right. This will probably be a top 10 by the end of the year, but
it's gonna hang around for me.
Yeah.
Very well could be top 10. Yeah, it's not going to do well, though. So that hurts, like, any chance of it getting nominations.
Yeah.
Because this is, like, worse than Blade Runner. At least people saw Blade Runner. People aren't even seeing this.
No one's seeing it.
But rave reviews.
Yep, we loved it.
You'll see
We're still confused by it.
Critics top 10, but yeah.
Go see it, even though you just sat through the entire movie. But, yeah, what are you going to do? I feel like that helped, though. Talking it out.
Yeah.
Because, I don't even...
Because there's so much to chew on, and then if you go through it, you're like, okay, I do understand that.
Yeah.
Or at least I have a guess on what that is.
Yeah.
Idea. There's nothing... Minus the house, there's nothing else that I don't have at least a theory behind. Everything else I kind of have a theory behind.
Yeah.
Whether it's right or not, I don't know.
Yeah, well, and we might never know. Which I like. But yeah, again, people can get really frustrated by not having answers. And I think the general movie-going audience will, they're not going to see it, but the few people that did saw it were probably, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I watched it with Ryan and Harrison, and Ryan was very against it walking out of the theater, but then he like read a bunch of stuff on it. He's like, you know what, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
I haven't read anything yet, though. Have you?
I've read a little bit. I still wanted to hold off a little bit so
Yeah.
we could kind of talk through
I was
it.
trying not to read anything, too. But yeah, I'm interested to hear other people's opinions.
Alright. So that's Annihilation. You probably won't hear about that movie for the rest of your life.
Maybe it'll be a
Hopefully it'll be a surprise.
surprise classic.
Yeah.
One plot hole. Why wouldn't they wear biomass suits going in there? Constant oxygen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
That was one thing that bothered me.
Yeah. What are you going to do? You watch anything this week?
I watched the Oscar shorts, which I said I was going to. I also watched Silver Linings Playbook. Forgot how much I loved that movie. I did it, but the movie's so good. Anything else? No, saw Annihilation.
I was supposed to watch Children of Men for class, but I didn't because I didn't want to watch it on our garbage media library. So I might rent it and watch it soon because that movie is unbelievable. We watched a bunch of clips from it, and God, those one shots are ridiculous.
That's favorite shot. What's
my
your
favorite. My
favorite
favorite
scene in that movie.
The him going up the building, one shot.
Oh.
Yeah.
When they shoot through the window and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's super good.
Another good scene. Michael Caine. Any scene he's in is great. Yeah.
That was our banner for a little bit. Was what
Yeah.
did that movie.
Masterpiece. And again, no one saw that movie either.
It's true.
And that's a pretty linear, easily to digest movie, but people are dumb. Whatever. I didn't watch anything this week, but yeah, I'll be watching Children of Men, going on vacation, so might not watch too much. You got anything on the horizon here?
I might also watch Children of Men this week.
So damn good.
You should rewind.
Yeah. Last Jedi comes out on DVD soon here. I'm going to buy the Blu-ray so I can watch the extras. I'm really excited to see those.
What are the extras?
Deleted scenes, the making, interviews and shit. The making of documentary that was on Force Awakens Blu-ray was awesome. So hopefully they have something like that for The Last Jedi. Anything else, Mike? This podcast will get about 10 views, much like Annihilation. Justice for Annihilation. Justice for Movie ReBrew podcast. Thanks for listening, guys. Follow us at movie_ReBrew on Twitter and Instagram and Untapped. I should be doing that all the time. I always split those up for some reason, and it makes no sense. Follow me at CatchMoneyKeegan, Mike at _Oglebay. Follow us on Twitter. No, not Twitter. Also Twitter, but YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Subscribe, rate, comment. I think that's it. What are we doing next week? It'll just be us two. Again.
Topic?
Paddy's Day is that weekend. Luck of the Irish?
I do Luck of the Irish.
I don't know what we're going to do. We'll figure it out. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.
A leprechaun. We'll do the leprechauns.
Oh, we'll do it. We'll watch BET for 48 hours and watch all the leprechauns.
They're on BT.
Isn't it? I don't know. That could have been way racist. I apologize.
Wow. We almost got through this without saying anything racist.
Almost.
Oh, shout out to the Three Amigos for the last 5 Best Director awards.
I should have brought that up. Yeah, that was sweet.
Inarritu, Cuarón, Del Toro.
Yep.
3 of the best in the business. Very cool.
Viva la Mexico. See you next week.
Adios.
Peace!